Hi, I'm Erica Rayburn, and I am recording a video today, even though I'm getting used to it and it still feels uncomfortable. Um, Listening to other people's journeys and their path and what has worked for them and the messages that start to come through for them has been really powerful and has impacted my journey in a positive way. And one thing that I hear regularly from some of the people that I follow or listen to is, if this information resonates with you, then it's for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Simply click off or listen and take what resonates with you, because there's a lot of information out there and not everything is for everyone. And so even when I listen to some of my favorite people, I don't always agree with everything that they say, but for the most part, I usually get really good information. And so the reason I'm making a video today is because there's a lot of talk and there has been a lot of information coming forward from a lot of different people, sources, channelers about things that are kind of familiar to each other. The golden age, the solar flash, and there's still a lot of chaos in the world. And so it's easy to feel like, God, are we ever going to get there? We've been hearing about how we're going to be coming into better times soon or in our lifetime. And a lot of us that will call ourselves light workers are waiting for this to happen and doing our part to call it in. And one of the ways that I believe we are getting there is by doing the inner work. We're not going to see it on the outside of us until we do the work on the inside of us. So what I believe to be true is that we have to reach a certain threshold before the scales are tipped, and things really start to improve. So we're still in kind of the mess of it. And so there's a lot of different things that I'm doing that I would call the inner work. And I wanted to share some tools that are helpful for me. And one of those is doing mirror work. And it kept coming into my awareness and showing up as something that I would benefit doing some. And it was really uncomfortable and awkward at first. It's really challenging when we live in a world where it's easier to criticize ourselves, or we're told that we are full of ourselves if we express too much love for ourselves. And I almost feel like that's a psyop, because when we love ourselves and when we honor ourselves and we put ourselves first, it doesn't mean that we put everyone last, but we have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. And so I started doing the inner work a long time ago, but the mirror work is something that I have incorporated, I would say, within the last 6 months. And it's something that I've done consistently because it doesn't take a lot of effort and it is pretty impactful for me to reprogram my subconscious, to create a connection with my inner self, to feel more connected to myself, my true authentic self, and work through some of the challenges and blocks that I have. And just telling yourself that you love yourself and feeding yourself positive information to cheer yourself on. While it feels really weird and awkward in the beginning, you get to a place where, believe it or not, it doesn't. It was very cringe for me in the beginning to look at myself in my eyes and even just stare at myself in my eyes for any length of time. And now I do it and it's like nothing. I do it, sometimes once a day, sometimes I skip a day, but often it's multiple times a day. where I will be working on a challenge and then I'll do mirror work around it. So I might go into that in more depth in another video, but just affirming to myself the things that I am trying to create in my life. Increasing confidence, self-worth, self-love, because I want to create a life that's more fulfilling and filled with more ease and not so much struggle. And this has been a very powerful tool, and there are a lot of tools that I use. And so I would be curious to know if you've tried mirror work, how it's worked for you, if you like it, if you found it beneficial, or what you've experienced by incorporating mirror work into your journey, and anything else that you've done that you find beneficial in your path. Because yes, I believe that it starts with the inside. We have to start with ourselves. And when we work on ourselves and we improve from the inside out, the exterior changes. The different lessons that we call to ourselves, the different type of people that we attract into our lives, it changes. Our relationships change when we change the relationship that we have with ourselves. And it's funny because as I am growing and improving, I'm getting tested. I'll have an experience with someone, like I had a conversation with someone that I really care about today, and they were really pushing me and trying to cause me to question my beliefs. And it's okay to question beliefs, but when you feel solid in your knowing and someone is projecting onto you their limitations and their beliefs and how you show up in that relationship and how you respond, for me it was a test to see, would I put that relationship before myself because I love that individual? And although I love that person, I'm not doing myself a favor and I'm not doing them a favor if I don't speak my truth and speak up and say, no, while that is your belief, I don't agree with you. And although I love you, I'm not going to shrink to make you feel okay. So life is full of challenges, life is full of tests, and it's also full of amazing, beautiful experiences. And for me, in my mid-40s, I feel like I'm on the other side of some of the hustle and grind and challenges, although they're still there. I'm learning to live in more ease and flow and loving myself. And the more that I love myself and set boundaries, I find that I attract clients that are more aligned with what I desire and honoring myself and respecting me and trusting me versus beating me up during a transaction because I'm a real estate agent. So I hope this is helpful. I'd love to hear anything that's helpful for you on your journey and what you found beneficial. And I hope this gives you some more tools in your tool belt to help you improve on your journey and where you're headed. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.